My mother is a ballad my skin knows like Braille. This language my body makes of the goosebumps when I hear her sing. And ever since I was little, she would lull me to sleep with a lullaby fine-tuned to the most delicate parts of my heart, and I, an audience member, in awe of her, always. And the car was her stage where we, on long drives, would get lost in all the classics. Earth, Wind, and Fire to Anita Baker, disco or Motown, she knew every word to every song, even if the singers didn't. She didn't make a mistake, it's the radio that's been singing it wrong all along, y'all. She would sing so often I can now only hear certain songs in her voice. My mother, she hasn't sang out loud since the day that my brother died. That January night, she lost her voice screaming his name into hospital sheets. How for weeks she didn't speak, just held in this crippling crescendo as my father cradled her like a sonata, never to be spoken, because when you call on God, but all you get is the dial tone of a flat line, you're forced to face the music. Our family's heartstrings wound to the sound of Yesterday. Mother's Day morning consists of her sitting in a cemetery, spilling out the loudest silence that I've ever heard, and the car just allows for too much time to think now. Every road, this new memory lane she unravels on, haunted by hitchhikers that hold her harmony hostage, this passenger seat howling in his voice, and the choice to keep the radio off is evident. And I see her wishing well eyes swelling up in the rear view, yet she somehow still goddamns her tears, thinking it will only make it harder. For me, you see, my mother is selfless to a fault. Will halt her emotions to keep on with these polite conversations as every unsung song echoes in her bones. Every missed melody spilling from the speakers is this happiness she just isn't willing to give herself. An empty cathedral full of hymns just for him. Y'all, my mother is a beautiful ballad, and I hope to learn all the words to her one day. She is and always will be in tune, on key, and singing my restlessness to sleep with a simple, I love you. Mama, I miss your voice like leaving a concert. It's the stinging absence of your music that's ringing in my ears, and I know when we go to the city, you're reminded it takes an entire East and West village to raise a child from the dead. Washington Square is a prayer we can't get through without crying, so we let the street performers sing for us. But then you hear a song that reminds you of him, and you begin to hum through the hurt. And I have never heard anything so beautiful.